Hey everyone, it's Anthony here, and this month is
3 days after Black History Month. Yay! Woo! Yay!
Every year I've wanted to celebrate black people during this month, and every year I don't finish the project. But that stops this year. This time is different. I want to look at black characters in cartoons, films, adverts, TV, games. Games are perfect and way easier to talk about. Video games are a huge part of my life. I play them every day. From hopping around as Mario to Last Surprising in Persona, they're my favourite form of entertainment. But games are no stranger to barely having any black characters or styles. Today I want to look at three main things. Black characters by design, black characters by choice, and some controversies surrounding black characters in gaming. Black game characters are really rare in gaming. Most of them are plagued with hate and racism for no reason other than the fact that they're black. Black by design. Black by design is a term I use for characters who were designed to be black from the start and cannot be changed. These are some characters who have personally made an impact on me. Splatoon 2. Nintendo's answer to shooters. This third-person shooter has definitely been a great game for me. I've been playing it for hours on end during last year's unpleasantness, and it won't be the last time I talk about it. But for the moment, I want to focus on the duo of Off the Hook. Marina is a female octoling, an octopus who's gained the ability to transform into a humanoid form, and is one of the duos of the group in Splatoon 2 called Off the Hook. She's great. That's just one of the facts of life. 2 + 2 is 4. The Earth is definitely an orb and not flat. Marina's great. Anyway, the reason I love Marina is because she's a cool character with an interesting backstory who wants to make a difference, stopping the side that she once was a part of. She's not just a character who does nothing during the story as well. She's also a brilliant coder and engineer, and she's an amazing artist and singer. Next up is Ow. That hurt. Anyway. Lifeline, or Ejeche, is a Jamaican legend in the game Apex Legends, whose main ability is a healer. Along with her healing drone, Dot, she will take you out, bring you back to life, and take you out once again. Now, the reason I mentioned she's Jamaican is...
Listen up, got another squad
Heads up,
coming
looks
in.
like an air package is coming in.
Squad mate
Big things in
Dana.
that. Level 3.
And I am also Jamaican, and seeing a Jamaican character in this genre of game is great to see. She's a cool character who's in this shooter battle royale for reasons other than I want money for selfish reasons. She wants to help people. And she enlisted in the Frontier Corps to help people, and to earn money for that, she entered the Apex Games. Next up...
And Anthony.
Do I even need to talk about how much I love this franchise? No, I do not. I have a video about it already. That's a little odd. You should definitely check it out. But I want to focus on 3 black characters in the Pokemon franchise. Nessa, Olivia, and Lenora. Anthony. Isn't Brock on this list? He's the most important black character in Pokemon. Actually, Brock, in my opinion, isn't black. He's tanned. The only time we see him tanned is in the anime. Whereas in the games, he's a lot paler. First I want to talk about Olivia. She's a kahuna of Akala Island and is a member of the Alolan Elite Four. I love her character because she's great. She's shown in the anime to be clumsy, falling over consistently, but she's also sweet and energetic too. 3 traits that I believe I have. In fact, yesterday, I broke a lid and I trip over a lot. Next is Lenora. She's an archaeologist and the gym leader of Necrene City. She specializes in normal types. Now, Lenora being an archaeologist is a really cool job to have, and makes her more three-dimensional as a character. Unfortunately, they made her follow the Mammy trait. And the Mammy is a dark-skinned woman who wears a neckerchief on her head and an apron. Unfortunately, Lenora does have these traits, and honestly, there's no real reason for her to have this apron in the first place. Her design seems cool, minus the racist undertones. After Pokemon Black and White came out, her design was changed to have her apron slung over her shoulder like a cape. But, like Heracross using close combat, the damage has already been done. Lastly, I want to talk about Nessa. Nessa is the gym leader for the Holberg Gym in the Galar region, and she focuses on water types. Now, when we first were introduced to her, she seemed like a very cool character. She seemed like this really amazing, cool woman who was like, yes, I'm prepared, I'm ready to do this. She seemed like she had a really nice design, And she came off as an interesting character with her love of water types, and during the excitement of Pokemon Sword and Shield, she was revealed to the world during a trailer. I, for one, was really excited to see another black gym leader who wasn't a racist archetype or racially ambiguous. Now, did that stop people from whitewashing her?
Nope!
I know that there's been some issues of what counts as whitewashing, but I believe when your character should be a dark-skinned woman and you've drawn her lighter than she should be, no matter what the style is, you've drawn her lighter than she should be, and just said it's the style, that's whitewashing. Now, I don't want to go too deep into the arguments about it, but I've truly seen some race-filled hate towards black people during her announcement. From colouring or modding her into the game as a white to fix her like she's broken or wrong, to drawing her as an actual monkey because you had nothing better to do with your life. It's quite sad to see. The Pokemon world has barely any black people who are significant, and seeing hate like this towards a character just because they're black is really painful to see. Black by choice. Black by choice is a term I use to describe characters who have been created by the player rather than being black and not being able to be changed. First up is Pokemon again, and I just really love Pokemon. Pokemon has always had a rocky history, with the main character being of a different race. Up until Pokemon X and Y, the trainer was white and there was no changing them. But in X and Y, skin tones were added. Now, Pokemon still has a long way to go, as the skin tones are preset and not on a slider, and you can't change the facial features, therefore making the character seem like they're just a white character with a dark-skinned overlay. And to top it off, they just don't have enough hairstyles for black people. In X and Y, they had 4 hairstyles for men and 12 for women, and none of those could be styled to be Afrocentric. Following this, Sun and Moon added 1 Afrocentric hairstyle that couldn't even have a hat on while you had it, for both men and women. Pokemon Sword and Shield, the current main series Pokemon games, added 5 Afrocentric hairstyles for men and women, which is still pretty disappointing considering the amount of Afrocentric hairstyles there are in the world. Animal Crossing. Let's just start off with the Animal Crossing New Horizons team worked very hard to fix the problems of their last game. In New Leaf, the only way to make your character darker was to sit in the sun all day and get a tan. Otherwise, for example for me, there was no way for me to be a black man. In Animal Crossing New Horizons though, this was changed and the skin tones were added. On top of that, they added in 4 Afrocentric hairstyles in the base game, and I remember being shocked when I saw it. To add inclusivity even more, later that year, they added 5 Afrocentric hairstyles, and during a direct a few weeks ago, they announced a further 2 black hairstyles. The Animal Crossing team has definitely been working hard to make sure their game is more inclusive, and I for one am very happy to see it. Astral Chain! Astral Chain is a game created by the legendary team at Platinum Games. The game, in my opinion, has an amazing moment-to-moment gameplay and has been really fun for when I've been playing it. But character creator tool for me as a black man is bad. The skin tones are preset as usual, and there are no black hairstyles. Not for men, not for women. The game changes things up, however, as the fact that your sister in the game is whatever skin tone you are. But can't have things perfectly, and unfortunately, your father, no matter what race you choose, is always white. Which is strange, considering they've shown the technology to make your sister the same skin tone as you. In my head, I have made it canon that he's just my adoptive father who loves and values me and my sister's opinions and skills as detectives. Other than that, unfortunately, it's not the greatest. Splatoon! Once again, I'm not going to stop talking about this game. It's my favourite game of all time. The player character in Splatoon 2, who have evolved to gain the ability to turn into a humanoid form in order to play games, trying to cover as much turf as they possibly can using their ink. The character selection tool isn't the greatest, unfortunately, but they've been trying to create an experience for black fans that allows them to enjoy the game. As Splatoon 2's Octolings are akin to black people in the real world, being disliked by the other races, and only recently being allowed, as of Splatoon 2, to have the same rights as Inklings. As the Octolings are akin to black people, they also have an afro, and unfortunately, there's a lot of hate towards that afro, being called the joke hairstyle, unfortunately, which to a lot of black people seems horrible to say because it's not a joke to us. Those are some of the characters who I love, I have thoughts on, or I have opinions with. And obviously there are a lot more characters who I could have spoken about. Miles Morales, Rodon from Bayonetta, Twin Tail and Arms. There are lots of characters I could have spoken about, but these are some of the characters who, for me, made an impact on my life. Black characters are rare in gaming. We get 3 or 4 who aren't based on a stereotype, and a lot of them seem to get hate, unfortunately. But with characters like Nessa, Marina, and Lifeline, we as black people can show that we do love these characters. They might have flaws, but we still love them and we want to see more. Again, there's so many characters I didn't even get to cover who I really like, but these are just a few of the characters who I like or I really love or who I have issues with. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This is a very long idea that I've been hoping to do for a very long time, and I've really been itching to create a video like this. I really do hope you enjoyed the video. Check out some of my other videos, and I hope you have a great day.